Hello Reformers and welcome to Massive Chalice. Now this is probably not going to be a special feature or anything, maybe more of a mini-series, because this is a game that was actually suggested by some of my patrons on Patreon. I made a small post there asking for ideas about what they'd like to see on the channel, and you too can also have, you know, a say in what appears on the channel. If you go to my Patreon, you can actually just check out some of the rewards there, and anyone above $5 would be able to, you know, actually have their input seen by me and all that sort of thing. So if you want to, you know, support the channel and, you know, get some rewards in return, then by all means, there's a link in the description and all that sort of great stuff. Anyway, here we go. We're in Massive Chalice. Now this is a very interesting game that I did actually hear of when it was released way back in 2015, but it was one of those things that you kind of, for some reason, I kind of forgot about. I don't know why, but there you go. Here we are. So we're just going to start off. Massive Chalice is a difficult game with many new concepts. For your first game, we recommend that you play on normal difficulty with the tutorial enabled. Now, I have played through maybe like half of the tutorial, and I already saw that I liked it quite a bit. And so we're gonna try it out real quick, and we're gonna see how it goes. Gonna call my game name Reformist. I don't know why. Anyway, thematic, heroic bloodline names. We have to go for non-thematic silly. Yes, we do, don't we? Anyway, with balanced start enabled, your initial group of heroes will be evenly distributed between the 3 core classes. That's absolutely fine. And we also have the tutorial enabled. So basically, we're just gonna enable the tutorial just because, you know, for those of you that like to kind of know what's going on and how to control the game, if you'd like to buy it, because I believe it's actually available on Humble Bundle right now. I think it is. Not entirely sure about that, but I picked it up on Humble Bundle a while ago, and it's just been sitting there, and I was just like, yes, we must do this, because it's very much like XCOM. So if you're a fan of XCOM and you're a fan of sort of like immortal emperors, because we are technically playing an immortal ruler that has to defend against an insidious enemy, and we have to basically have our bloodline be continued. So basically it's kind of like XCOM crossed with Crusader Kings. So if you're if you're a fan of either of those games, then maybe this is going to be something for you. Anyway, here you go. Now this is optional. The Vanguard is a party of 5 heroes that you control in battle. Selecting the houses for your starting Vanguard is purely cosmetic. So as you can see here, we have some, I can assume we're going to have some really funny ones. Yes, as you can see here, very, very amusing names. So I'm gonna go to R here, because obviously R is, you know, my symbol. So I'm gonna go for a couple of rather amusing ones. Let's go for Rabbit. Yep, there we go. Let's go for Rabbit. Quick and nimble is victory. Yes. Quick and nimble is victory. Alright, and let's see. Let's go for Rot. If it ain't red, it'll be dead. Yeah, we'll go for that as well, I guess. We're just going to go for R's. That's literally all we're going to go for. We're just going to go for R's if I can. Rumpkin. Dine and shine with dignity. Alright, yeah, okay, let's go for something else now. Let's go for W's or something. Oh my, okay, I have no idea, really. Madsen, McClung, McHairball. Yeah, rather amusing. Okay, well, sure. Blood. Let's go for blood. Do what you gotta do, dog. Yeah, exactly, let's go with that. And then we'll go for... Let's go for Z, why not? Okay, we'll go for Zeraus. There we go.
It's taking too long.
Patience.
Patience? I don't see what patience has to do with this. It should have happened by now.
Life keeps to its own timetable, not ours.
Oh, it doesn't stop us from trying. Good morning!
Your ruler has risen. Rejoice, and let bellow the horns of birth. Immortal protector of the nation, progeny of the great bloodlines, master of strategies, eternal conductor, and forger of matrimony.
We're here to advise you on how to handle ruling and commanding every time.
The horns of battle!
Fine, we'll have to do this later. The Cadence is attacking. Heroes, jump in! The ruler will be with you shortly!
And off they go.
We'll explain later. We just need you to take command, because our citizens, understandably, find it hard to trust a giant talking chalice.
We are not just a giant talking chalice.
But the nation will listen to you, because you're of their blood.
Forged from the bloodlines of the great houses.
Oh, and one last thing. Unfortunately, the bloodline ritual that was used to create you also bound you to us. So you can never leave the throne.
But do not despair. You can still command your heroes. Look inward, and you will find that your mind can follow them anywhere.
You see your heroes yet? Yeah? Great.
Now, take command and search the area. The Cadence is out there somewhere.
Yeah, so welcome to Massive Chalice. As you can see, it has the classic sort of double fine, you know, comedy and funny moments and sort of witty script writing and things like that. Obviously, this is made by Double Fine, so if you're a, you know, fan of them, then obviously this might be something for you as well. Anyway, let's just do this tutorial. It's obviously just going to tell us a couple of things here. And then, as you can see, very much XCOM-esque. You'll see XCOM. Anyway, this is... yeah, so these are basically the sort of stats and various traits in the personality that, you know, your main hero had. I think this is the main hero, isn't it? No, I think there's a number of different heroes, obviously, that you can select. But yeah, anyway, as you can see here, you can now move over there, and I can just click on confirm, and then he can just move over there. So that's absolutely fantastic. Okay, I don't know what this is. Ah, this is a hunter. All right. Also, you can alternatively use the right click to just issue orders, whatever you'd like. But I'm going to be using left click primarily here because I found that right click, in my opinion, is a little bit too difficult because it tends to mix things up a little bit. So yeah, we're just going to do that instead. There we go. A hero has 2 action points to spend during their turn. You can click the end button or press end to forfeit all remaining action points for a hero. And then we also have movement boundaries, of course, because, you know, XCOM-esque. If you're going to dash, then you don't have an ability to use. You can't attack or anything like that, as far as I'm aware. Or maybe you can. We're going to see. Anyway, let's start moving a little bit, shall we? Alright, so we have an alchemist. We have 2 hunters. Okay. Right. And a caberjack. Right, okay. So, yeah. This is going to be interesting. Now, the main gimmick, should I say, or the main game mechanic of the game is reproducing. So basically what you have to do is make sure that your family continues. And to do that, well, you have to find the 2 greatest of your heroes or something along those lines. I'm actually unsure how that works just yet, but I suppose we're going to find out relatively soon anyway. So let's just end the turn and see what's going to happen here. The Cadence is quite an annoying enemy as far as I'm aware. So anyway, yeah, you can also select any of your heroes if you so desire. Okay, so this alchemist is certainly going to be one that I will not want to be in sort of melee combat. I think that would be a bad idea. Okay, so there's a lot of mist around here. Do I need to go anywhere else? No, I don't think I need to go this way. Well, I technically could go that way if I so desired, but I think I'm just going to go this way. And they do have... she does actually have 16 HP. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to use our caberjack unit to move forward. I think that's probably going to be the best idea, because the rest of them do seem to be quite, shall we say, squishy? Yeah, I think they're probably going to be quite squishy, so I don't really want to really worry about them too much. So I'm just going to end the turn once again, and we're going to just see what's going on here. Shall I move in here? Okay, nothing much just yet. Okay, we're going to just continue moving along here. I feel like these hunters are going to be really, really useful. The alchemists are great because they can actually throw flasks that explode, and those flasks deal a lot of damage, so hopefully we're going to see that as it happens. We're actually just going to move them way, way, way ahead. There we go. because the Cadence is going to appear at some point, but it's a bit weird because the previous level that I played, I already encountered them. Ah, there they are. Okay, so, oh my, okay, so there's one. Right, okay, so this is...
Because not much is known. It's old, first sighted centuries ago, and it cares only for destroying our nation with its corruption.
That's where pawns like you see here come in. Think of them as attack dogs the Cadence creates to spread corruption in the world.
Yeah, so as you can see, there's a little bit of backstory on them as well. I'm going to end the turn, but I'm a little bit worried about our main unit over there getting absolutely murdered. Okay, only 3 damage. That's good, because hilariously enough...
The heroic Bloodlines.
Oh yes, we forgot to mention, normal humans cannot survive even a single touch from the Kings, but because the bloodlines of your heroes are attuned to us and have our power flowing through them, they have a fighting chance.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Yeah. So as I was saying, the previous time that I played, there were a lot of, well, shall we say, big hits taken by our units. So hopefully this time around, I'll be a little bit better at not taking as much damage, and I think it's going to be a lot easier to do that because, of course, we do have, I think, position. I think we have a pretty decent position here, as you can see. So what we're going to do now is, as you can see, we can attack right here. And what is this? Stealth move. Ah, okay, so that actually has a stealth ability. I'm just going to attack here. Nice, 12 damage already. Your hero's chance to hit is shown next to the enemy's hit point flag. Ranged attacks can miss their targets completely. Melee attacks will never miss, but can sometimes glance for greatly reduced damage. So that's nice, because XCOM, I think it does have a slight miss chance for some of their melee weapons. So this is quite nice to not have that actually be a thing. Okay, let's attack that. Yeah, take... Oh. Did I not kill it?
Seeds. Arguably the lowliest of pawns are more nuisance than menace.
But if you're going to remember one thing, don't let those runts form a posse. Keep them apart.
Otherwise it'll be like when caberjacks get together at a... How about that, eh?
One down, untold millions to go.
Yes, they have a rather wonderful sense of humor as well. One down, millions to go. Yes, exactly. Alright, so yeah, we did pretty well there. Didn't take too much damage, which is always nice. And we're going to continue just moving along here, and there's going to be some more coming, no doubt. And I don't think that there is an Overwatch kind of ability as far as I'm aware. I don't think there is an Overwatch ability, but as you can see, they do have different abilities in general. And you can even see that they have siblings and things like that. So, yeah, there's a huge amount of... Oh, look, you can actually look at their skills. Oh, that's pretty nice. But yeah, as you can see here, a quick flask throw that doesn't cost an action point. Well, that's nice. And of course, you can equip them with different things. You can equip them with alchemist armor and all that sort of thing. And yeah, so hopefully... No, I don't want to move, thank you very much. I'd like to just move... Oh, I can't move that character, never mind, okay. Okay, so these seeds actually deal some pretty significant damage, or at the very least they did deal significant damage against the units that I had in the front before, but it seems like it really depends on which unit they're attacking. So for example, the alchemist that we have right here does seem to be quite decent at actually preventing damage taken, so I'm pretty happy with that. Let's deal some damage. Ooh, 12 damage, oh yeah, take that, thank you very much. Okay, so I think we're gonna move here. Isn't there someone else here? No, it doesn't seem like it. Okay, so we just have to deal with these. Can I actually hit those from here? No, it's unlikely. Maybe I can do a free throw? Nah, see, as you can see, that would be the range that we have, which is a bit unfortunate, and that is also the range that we'd have, so, oh well. Oh, yeah, and that's exactly my point. Right-click, everyone. Do not press right-click. It's terrible. It tells you to do all the bad things that you don't want to do with your character. Instead of cancelling, which obviously in this game is escape, and in other games it's right-click, yeah, I get a little bit mixed up with that. Oh well, never mind. I suppose it's okay. Just gotta remember, do not press right click. Yeah, anyway, let's see what they're gonna do now. Okay, there is another seed, so there's 3 of them, and they did say to us, do not let them group up on you. That is the main main deal here. You cannot let them group up on you. If you let them group up on you, you're going to have a big problem. But thanks to an amazing flask that I have here, I should be able to deal some pretty good damage and kill both of them in one hit. Yeah, so as you can see, they're pretty nice. They are pretty nice. Anyway, your hero skills are located along the bottom of the screen. Use that on a skill icon or press the associated key, blah blah blah. Yeah, etc. And we do have attack icons here. So yeah, for example, in XCOM, you do, I think, need mods, some mods to be able to do the things that Massive Chalice does just as a base game. So as you can see, your hero could perform a direct ranged attack on the enemy from this tile, so when you move to a particular tile, you can already tell what your hero is capable of doing. So your hero could flow a flask, that's what I just said. Throw, thank you. Your hero will be able to see the enemy from this tile. So yeah, it's pretty cool how they're able to, you know, tell you these things. I quite like that. And I'm going to try and move our caberjack here.
Sometimes they hit hard and put things down. Other times they hit not so hard and just knock things out.
That's all you're going to say?
Simplest way of life there is.
Caberjacks. Profound purveyors of violence.
Exactly, yeah. And there's a little bit more of the classic Double Fine humor there. I very much like it.
Found one of our alchemists. Brilliant mind in a delicate body.
Not worth much in a close quarters battle, but they make up for it with their nasty exploding flasks.
Just watch out for friendly fire.
The explosions are big, so aim well, or keep your heroes back. Trust us, you don't want to be on the receiving end of one of their concoctions.
Exactly, you don't want to be on the receiving end of that. And there is friendly fire, of course, so you do need to be a little bit careful about it. Alright, so yeah, this thing is going to take some damage from us, which is okay, that's fine.
Send them back to that sludge from whence they came.
Alright, someone leveled up, very nice. Alright, so defeat all of the Cadence pawns to secure the keep. I don't know where the others are, but I can assume maybe they are elsewhere. Alright, we're going to move ahead, and we're going to kind of split up our forces slightly. Okay. Seems like no one's really around here. Anyone around? Nope, doesn't seem like it. Interesting. Yeah, but as you can see, I'm pretty sure this is where you're supposed to end the level, because the throne is here. So I can assume that the throne is a, you know, ending point, waypoint sort of thing. Ah, there we go. There's some more of them. Okay, let's do this. Okay, this is a caberjack, so I guess I can just move around here. It's not really much I can do with the caberjack. Ah, so, oh yeah, she actually did level up, I believe. So, aha, here we go. Charge unlocked at level 2. Dash in a straight line to cover more ground or ram another character. The further the charge, the more damage and knockback delivered. Very nice. Let's unlock it. There you go, so now we have an additional ability. Very nice. Alright.
Here you have the hunter. Attacking at close range is good, but attacking from afar, where one can think and plan, is better.
If you listen closely, you might be able to hear your group leaving you behind as you line up that perfect shot.
Actually, the hunter will be in front of the group, stealthily scouting ahead.
Is that what they say they're doing?
Alright. Yeah, there's some very funny moments there. Alright. Okay, so let's attack. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Hop to it, because we're from the Rabbit Clan. We gotta hop to it, obviously. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so let's go and attack this. Yeah, 15 damage. That is insane. It's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. Yes, it's 5 o'clock. Yeah, very silly themes, which I very much do appreciate. I like it when games don't take themselves too seriously, because that's always a nice sort of refreshing take on things, and Double Fine is no exception, because obviously they always make their games into some very unique and sort of wonderful worlds, as well as very, very good writing. Obviously some of the time there is always a couple of hit and misses and things like that. There's always going to be some hits and misses when it comes to that sort of thing, but I'm in general quite happy with their games, you know, for the most part. Track, point, eat. Alright, there you go. Oh, there, that's it.
Better than I expected.
Well done, well done. I knew you'd have a knack for this.
Fantastic. Alright, and we do have this one leveled up, so we now have an ability follow-up. Grants a quick hip-fire crossbow shot for 50% damage if the first shot hits. So this is basically like XCOM when your recruits, your rookies, gain a first level and they get to be a squaddie or something along those lines, and then they gain their first ability. And then of course as you go down you get to get more and more and more wonderful abilities. So we're gonna unlock this, there we go, and we're going to proceed.
Right. So this is our nation, and as we said, we are not in the best of shape.
That muck you see surrounding us is the Cadence. It's what created the pawns, corrupted our lands, and is slowly tightening on us like a noose. But we do have one advantage.
Thanks to several enchanted materials that make up our body, we've been endowed with certain powers. One of them being a way to cleanse the Cadence from this world. It's really quite a miraculous process, wherein we harness the properties of...
The thing is, it takes a long time for us to charge up for this. A long time. All of the heroes you just commanded in battle will be long gone when we're finally ready.
With all that time still ahead, we need you to protect us. You will take charge of the nation, command its citizens worthy of becoming heroes, and ensure that the Cadence does not reach the capital.
Now let's check out that keep you just saved.
Alright, so there you go. Now we can visit the keep, as you can see here.
The keeps. Bloodline forgers of the nation.
The stonemasons did good work here. I'll thank them later.
Here you will appoint one hero as a regent, and one as a partner. And the more experience they have, the more they'll pass on to their children.
That goes for traits and personalities too. Everything's game.
And keep in mind, assigning heroes to keeps retires them from combat. You can't have one foot at home and one in the battlefield.
So there you go. That is the main sort of draw to this game, where you have to choose, you know, who is going to become the, you know, the heirs or the mothers, the fathers, the parents of the future heroes that you will be using in battle. So what we're going to do is, I think we're probably going to do something like Bruna is probably going to be the main.
It's time to decide on a partner.
Although this isn't an arrangement out of love, who knows? Maybe it'll turn into that.
We've seen it happen.
Personality, traits, experience, they're all important here.
But just because this is an arrangement of necessity doesn't mean you should reduce these heroes to a pile of numbers either. They deserve better than that.
And then you also have a number of different chances here. So chance for children, super high, super high, super high, and then you have high, high, and then none, 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 none. So yeah, obviously you don't want to do that, because you do want to, you know, try and do things here. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm probably going to go for the Caberjack, because the Caberjacks seem to be very powerful, so we're going to go for something like that. Are you sure you want it? Yes, the choice is final and cannot be reverted. Let's do it.
Many happy returns.
Let's give the newlyweds some privacy, eh?
Yeah, why not? Why not? So there you go. So if it ain't red, it'll be dead. And the trainee class will be a brutalist. Yeah, so there's also some combinations there too.
To take in, but you'll handle it, or your mind will become as cracked as our body.
You'll be fine. Now then, please join us back at the capital so we can show you some of your other responsibilities. And welcome back.
You are here, right? It's a little hard to tell if you're still in your mind's eye or whatever.
This is where your heroes return to after battle. From here, you may equip them with any skills or weapons they may have earned, as well as perform research.
Basically, we can devote some of our power to help the war effort and the nation. Whether it's building new keeps, starting a Sage Rights Guild, or a Standards Crucible. Fun stuff.
Building more keeps is likely the most pressing option, as you'll be able to foster more bloodlines, but don't shun the other possibilities. With your approval, we can research weapons, potions, armor, and if the amount of time required dissuades you from researching something, consider the Sage Rights Guild. Any hero who joins the Sage Rights will hasten the time required for any pursuit, they will never see combat again.
Keep in mind, most of our power is focused on charging up to cleanse the Cadence, so we can only devote enough energy to research one thing at a time. That includes searching for new heroes. It takes a lot of effort to find people attuned with us, and it'll only get harder the more we do it. But choose whatever you want.
And there you have it. So, as you can see, I was just scrolling through there while the narrators were talking, and there are a huge amount of different things to go for here. I have no idea what to go for, but I can only assume that we're going to choose something relatively fun. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, then by all means let me know by hitting some buttons. You know, if you liked it, like it. If you disliked it, then dislike it. And if you would like to see more, then by all means, leave me a comment and state that, Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.